week, Sidney Powell filed a motion in court in Georgia trying to separate her case from the other 18 co-defendants because, according to her filing, she barely even knows these people. That's right, Sidney Powell, in a court filing this week, tried to claim that, listen, she's got nothing to do with these other folks. She didn't file any lawsuits on behalf of Donald Trump or anybody, so, she shouldn't be involved with them because, as she says, she really only ever had contact with like 2 or 3 of them, and, that wasn't even much. Now, this filing, obviously, left a lot of people, the prosecutors, the judge, and, of course, legal scholars across the country, kind of scratching their heads like, what are you even talking about? Like, that's patently false. We know you were in meetings in the White House where these plans were discussed. We have witnesses that place you at the scene. You were the one who paid for the guy to go down to Coffee County and copy the data off the voting machines. Like, how are you acting like, I got no idea who these people are? Donald Trump, never heard of him. This is just part of what her filing says. Contrary to widely publicized false statements in the media, Sidney Powell did not represent President Trump or the Trump campaign. She had no engagement agreement with either. She appears on no pleadings for Trump or the campaign. She appeared in no courtrooms or hearings for Trump or the campaign. She had no contact with most of her purported conspirators and rarely agreed with those she knew or spoke with. So, even the few people that she did talk to, she didn't even like them. Thought they were a bunch of idiots. So how can you indict her when she didn't file any lawsuits on behalf of Donald Trump? Now, she's either desperately running out of defenses or she's painfully stupid. Sidney Powell has not been charged with filing lawsuits on behalf of Donald Trump or the Trump campaign. Like, that's not like you're making arguments for something that you're not being indicted for. You may as well throw in like, hey, she never walked into a store and took something without paying. Cool. That's not relevant to anything you've been charged with. You're charged with being a part of the overall conspiracy to get Georgia to throw out the election results by pretending there was fraud. And your involvement in it, whether you agreed with everybody else or not, you are the one who sent the dude down to Coffee County to copy the voting machine data. And you're going to sit there and act like, oh, I didn't know what the campaign was doing. I was just doing this for fun. Because she continues in her filing. It cannot be disputed that Miss Powell went her own way following the election, and she never reached an agreement on a course of action with any indicted or unindicted co-conspirator, and certainly not any 3 illegal course of action. You went your own way. It just so happens, you're to have us believe, that your own way just happened to intersect with what Trump and his people were doing down in Georgia. Interesting. Now, Powell will have the opportunity to make this claim in court, unless, of course, the judge just dismisses it outright, and I hope the judge doesn't do that. Let her and her legal team walk into court and explain this to you. Because, again, everybody's very confused about what the hell she's trying to say when there's so much evidence to prove that she's lying. Let them go into court and lie about it. Let them go into court and fall flat on their face. Don't just issue a motion saying, no, I'm dismissing this motion. I want to hear them say it. I want to hear them actually try to argue with Fani Willis on the other side saying, hey, she wasn't involved with any of this. And then have Fani Willis say, okay, well, let's read what the witnesses have to say about her involvement. That would be primetime gold to me. So again, hopefully the judge does not just outright dismiss this motion, because I think we all deserve a little bit of clarity about just what the hell Sidney Powell is talking about. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.